Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington football team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded in the end zone.
We live for this!
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Complete to number 15.
From 3 yards out, and the Packers have taken the early lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Haskins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
Formation for Washington.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Now goes a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Packers.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action this time with Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They'll run with Love. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Haskins. And fine Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Love. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Washington 0.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt, and that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. And he's to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. We look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action. Love to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. That for a momentum swing. You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And the Packers are in for the score.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Washington 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And what's that? Incomplete there. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Love escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play fake. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On the punt for the Packers.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive, as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team. You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
From the gun, Haskins. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself,
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. His throw is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing. Love, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now Haskins on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
At the 33-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Packers 21, Washington 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their way. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
The Packer first down.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like when you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Love from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a...
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
To number 17.
Devontae Adams. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Packers 28, Washington 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be blocked out shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the offense?
He's got him in. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports.
28.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Haskins, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action with Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Third down. Here's Haskins. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now the throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Love now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Washington on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4th down, here's Haskins. Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Covered by the defense.
Following the fumble recovery, Haskins, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
21.